Hey there. Just watching a good movie. What? You don't know what I'm watching? Well, watch this video and I will let you know. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about my top choices on Netflix. Now these movies, you don't want to miss them, guys. They are like action, comedy, some of them are gory. So during this quarantine, you are locked in, so you might as well watch some good movies. So I've been watching so many great movies on Netflix. I'm usually always busy working, doing real estate, but since I have been locked in the house lately, I have got a lot of time to look at some of my fellow creatives. So today I'm going to be talking about my top choices on Netflix. What have I been watching and why do I think you guys should watch these movies? All right, let's get it. All right, guys, let me start with the action movies. Guys, I love action movies because I don't like scary movies. If you let me decide between action and scary, I'm definitely going to choose action. I'm just not a big fan of scary movies, even though I did watch some scary movies during the quarantine. Okay guys, so for action movies, my top choices right now, I really like this movie called Fractured. Okay, so I don't want to give too much about the movie, but it really has a crazy spin at the end, and I just like how it's very suspenseful. You really don't know who to believe, and I like movies like that that keep you on edge. And it's not something where it's very gory, but it is a lot of action, and it's just, I don't know, it's just the story of a father that's doing whatever he needs to do for his family.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you, sweetheart. You're a brave girl.
So, what's the story, young lady?
I think you guys will really enjoy it. And the title of the movie is called Fractured, okay? Fractured.
I showed you the picture. That could be anybody.
I'm as concerned about them as you are.
The next movie that I want you guys to check out is called Inside Man. Now, the title is kind of deceiving, but that's why you need to watch it, so you'll figure out what I mean by Inside Man. Okay, so I'm going to read to you what the preview says for Inside Man. A hotshot NYPD negotiator butts heads with the FBI and meets his match in a meticulous criminal mastermind as she attempts to rob the Federal Reserve. And if you guys don't know what the Federal Reserve, that's basically the big bank, okay? It runs all the banks. So if you're robbing the Federal Reserve, then you must know what you're doing. So it is really intense. It's an action movie. It really blows your mind just how people can think, like how criminals think. And it keeps you on edge. I really, really like this movie as well. It wasn't too long. It is rated R, but it is an hour and 45 minutes, and it was produced in 2019. So yeah, let me go to, I need to read the thing for Fractured. So, Fractured.
I love you, Daddy.
Oh my gosh, this movie is just so crazy. This movie is so crazy. So I'm going to read exactly what Fractured says. Okay, so let me just read exactly what the background story for Fractured is. After his wife and injured daughter disappear from an ER, a man conducts a panicked search and becomes convinced the hospital is hiding something. This movie is rated mature, and it was produced in 2019, and this one is about an hour and 40 minutes. So I definitely want you guys to watch this just because it tells the story of a father that is going to go to the world and back and figure out what he needs to do for his family. But it's pretty awesome. It's really dope. The next movie that I would like to tell you guys to watch, this one is a little bit older, but I always like this movie. It's called What Happened to Monday.
In the last 50 years, we've doubled our population. Every 4 days, there's 1 million more people on the planet. It is the biggest crisis in human history.
Dr. Nicolette Kamen has prompted the Federation to institute a one-child-per-family policy.
And making a better future for our children.
How do you plan on hiding this?
I'll manage.
Have you thought about names?
There are 7. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Starting tomorrow, you will each get to go outside on the day of the week that is your name. Sunday will get to go outside on Sunday, Monday on Monday, and so on. But outside of these walls, you will all take on the singular identity of Karen Sedman.
What's your name?
Karen Sedman.
Karen, do you have any siblings?
No.
And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you can never tell a soul that you're a sibling.
Where the hell is she? What if Monday's hurt or dead? And the authorities find her before we do? We gotta help her. We gotta go out there.
I haven't watched it during the quarantine, but I already watched it, and I just feel like it's a great one to suggest. It is another action movie, but to me, this one is a little different because it focuses on women, and I love to see women that are doing, you know, action films, that are not afraid to get down and dirty and fight and have guns. So What Happens to Monday is basically a movie talking about the future. So it says, in a future with strict one-child policy, six septuplets. So in the future with a strict one-child policy, six septuplets must avoid government detection while searching for their missing sister. So this story is very unique. I haven't seen anything like it, but it's basically they have a strict rule against having more than one child. In this particular family, they have 7 children. They are basically being very strategic as to how they move within the city, but something happens where they're like, whoa, what happened to Monday? And you'll figure out who Monday is once you watch this awesome film, because I know you will, because it's so super dope. Okay. All right, so the next film that I want to suggest, now these films are going to be comedies. I haven't watched too many comedies during the quarantine. I just really been watching a lot of action movies, and I've watched some other like gory movies, but some of them I'm not going to suggest just because I feel like I was just like, this movie was like, really? Like, why did I watch that? You know? Yeah. Comedy movies, oh my gosh, guys. I really love the movie Self-Made.
It's time to tell my story. Seems like I was born to struggle. After a while, I guess I just lost hope. That's when my hair started falling out.
They did an awesome job, man. And the story just inspires you, just as a black woman, to see a woman come from nothing and be the first female millionaire is just awesome, man. This movie is based on a true story, you guys. This is about Madam C.J. Walker, okay? If you don't know your history, you really need to do better. I mean, we're just too grown to not know our history at this point. We need to be looking up. It's so much stuff on the internet. There's no reason for you to be like, wait, who is that? Like, no, you should know. This is Madam C.J. Walker, okay? It's aspiring to be more than a washerwoman. Sarah grows determined to sell Addie's hair product. But when she's cruelly rebuffed, why can't you just say she was denied? But when she aspiring to be more than a washerwoman, Sarah grows determined to sell Addie's hair product. But when she's cruelly rebuffed, the gloves come off. Whatever. That whole thing was, I don't even know why they said that. Honestly, this story is just about a woman that is going to achieve her goals by any means necessary. And I just love the story about her fight, how she never gives up, how she is resourceful. No matter what, she will find a way. And that's how we have to be today, ladies. My black women, the time is right now during this quarantine for you to think about your business plans, for you to think about your future, what kind of life you want, and stop walking behind a man, baby girl. You need to shine. It is your time to shine, honey, period. Okay, I'm done. But no, the movie is really awesome. And of course, Tiffany Haddish is in the movie too, guys. I love Tiffany. She did a great job. She was funny, but then again, she had a great balance. It wasn't like being goofy funny. It was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like her really genuinely telling the story, but just doing it in a funny way. This movie is TV mature. It's rated mature, and it was released this year, 2020. So you need to be watching it right now, okay? This is a fresh new movie, and I think it is so good, guys. You have to watch this movie. awesome. It tells the story of a woman that is just a conqueror. Now, this movie is not too long, so definitely watch Self-Made, a story about Madam C.J. Walker. Okay, so another comedy that I'm going to suggest is Coffee and Kareem. I just watched this movie last night. It was really funny. Now, some people might think it's like goofy funny. I don't know, but I really enjoyed it. Taraji is in it, and you know I love my girl Taraji, okay? But it tells the story of basically Taraji is dating a white police officer, and her son is not here for it. He's like, whoa, mom, like, why are you talking to this police officer? First of all, you are with the ops, okay? You're messing with the pigs. So it's just interesting to see how this story unravels. So I'm just going to read to you what it says on Netflix. This movie was released this year, 2020. It's an hour and 28 minutes long, but it is rated mature. He doesn't get much respect as a cop or as a possible stepdad, but one wild day on the job may turn everything around. So you guys want to definitely stay tuned and see what happened to that day, y'all. This movie is so funny, and I feel like it had a really cool twist to it.
You have the right to remain silent!
Aren't you trained for shit like this?
Let's do this.
What the?
Kareem needs to go by a friend's house after school, and he asked that you pick him up.
When my mom dated just one guy, and we became BFFs.
You were BFFs with a grown-ass man? There's literally documentaries on Netflix.
But it definitely tells the story of a guy that's going to do what he needs to do for his family. And I love stories I love action movies where there is a purpose behind that action, okay? We're not just killing and doing all this crazy stuff for no reason. No, it's a purpose behind that. Whether I'm trying to find my daughter, I'm trying to get to my family, I'm trying to protect my grandma, whatever the reason is, I like action movies like that. I don't really like action movies that are just kind of like really cruel and mean-hearted. Now, on that note, let's talk about some of these gory movies that I have been watching. They're kind of disturbing. I put them under my disturbing note category. First one is going to be called The Occupant. Now, this story was a little strange. It was basically telling the story of
It's our home.
How long do you think we can go on like this? It's 4 walls, Javier. Nothing more. The job here is for people starting out?
Yeah, I'd be starting my career with you here. I'm sorry. My name's Javier.
An older man who is going through some issues with his wife. They're recently basically getting a divorce. They're moving out of their home. It doesn't really explain much about why they had to downgrade and move out of their home, but basically this man could not let go of the fact that he no longer lived in his home. So he starts to watch his home. He starts to watch the family that lives there. It just is it's really strange. I really didn't care for the movie, honestly. I don't really like movies that are very dark and like gruesome, and if you watch the whole movie, you'll understand exactly what I mean by that. But I am going to read to you exactly the background story of this movie. Now, this movie was produced in 2020. It's an hour and 43 minutes. Basically, it says he made commercials portraying the perfect family. Then he started to lose his. Solution? Find another family to steal. Whoa. So I know that sounds intense. I definitely want you guys to watch it. Let me know what you think about that particular movie. If you guys want to comment after you watch that movie, please let me know, because that one right there was really like, what? Like, that one was, yeah. Another one that I want to talk about is The Platform. Now, this one is very gory. It does have a purpose behind this movie, but it was extremely gory. Like, when I tell you it's people eating people, it's very deep, and it may make your heart really heavy. I did like the story of the fight in this movie. However, it is disturbing. So this one is called The Platform. It's about 2 prisoners per floor, wondering how much they'll get to eat that day. One inmate has had enough of not getting enough. It's time to send a message. So this guy is going to basically stand up and send a message to the people.
There are 3 kinds of people. The ones above, the ones below, and the ones who fall.
So this is,
The pit. Bingo.
Mr. Trimagasi, do you know how this all works?
It's obvious. We must eat.
What will it be?
whatever the ones above don't want.
It's disgusting. How many are below us?
Soon there will be less.
Was that a person?
Obviously, it was a person.
Nobody's gonna do anything!
If everybody ate only what they needed, the food would get to the lowest level.
It's on a platform. Basically, it's different levels. I think it was about, I don't want to say how many levels because that may tell some of the movie. But it's a bunch of different levels that people are on, depending on what, I guess, they get different punishments, or they may not get enough food depending on that level. Once the food goes to the top, they basically bring it to the next level, but they don't replenish the food. So you're going to get the leftovers from the level that was above you, which is really terrible when you think about it. And if you're on the lowest level, it's like, are you really going to be able to eat? I doubt it. So figure out what happens with that and why exactly is there a platform? What kind of, punishment is this? What is this isolation tactic that this movie has basically showed us? I don't know. It was really, really strange. It definitely was an action movie, but I want you guys to check it out. Now, the last movie I want to talk about is Fall from Grace, and I actually watched this before the quarantine. This one is a little bit older, but Fall from Grace was very interesting to me.
When you wake up, you don't know that today will be the day to change your life.
Grace, please tell me what happened. What did he do to you?
I've been so lonely since my divorce. I want to love somebody, I want to be loved. You need to get the hell out of this house and meet somebody.
It does tell the story of a woman that has been looking for love, basically looking for love in all the wrong places. Now, this movie is going to be rated mature. It was produced in 2020, and it is 2 hours long. So it says, when gentle, law-abiding Grace confesses to killing her new husband, her skeptical young lawyer sets out to uncover the truth. A film by Tyler Perry. I think Tyler Perry did a great job with this film, just because it's a unique story to me. I really liked how he kind of didn't foreshadow as much in this movie. The suspense, it was pretty cool. I really like how he did that. But it basically tells the story of a woman looking for love in the wrong places. I really don't want to tell too much about that story, because if I say too much, you'll know. But definitely check out A Fall from Grace, guys. All right, guys, that is enough. That is enough of me giving you all the goods on Netflix. Make sure you guys stay tuned for more of my videos. I want to make sure y'all have a lot of great material to watch, including watching me during the quarantine. We're all in this together, you guys. Make sure you stay encouraged. No matter what, I want you to be positive and be grateful for those that are around you. I know we can't go out, we can't do a lot, but we do have this virtual world, you know what I mean? We do have this virtual world, we can communicate this way, and then just cherish the people that are in the home with you. Cherish the time that you have right now, where you're not having to be in the rat race and hustle and bustle to your job every morning. If you are unemployed or your job is shut down, just try to look at the positive right now, that God is always in control and that He will never leave or forsake us. So stay calm, breathe, and trust this process and trust God. It's time for us to sit and meditate and just, sit down. God trying to tell the whole world to just sit down. All right, guys, it has always been a pleasure talking to you. I hope y'all stay tuned and make sure you hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you know when my next video is. Stop playing. Bye, guys.